Hello, this is Velma Hagar and Guido. Look at him. Don't you guys love him? Oh, he's so precious. If you don't have a dog, I want to say to you, why not? I love that boy. And you know what, you guys? Here's looking at you, kid. I'm going to try to be happy today because you know that last video I did, I was meaner than a rattlesnake. I was mad. Don't push me, okay? Now I've got some work going on. I'm actually having solar put in my house, and they're up there hammering away, and Guido's been scared to death today. So he's sitting right by my side because he thinks his mom is going to protect him, and she will. This isn't going to be a real long video, but I wanted to talk about something that I think is really cool. First of all, I want you to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done that already, see it down there? It's on your right side. Hit it, subscribe. And every time I do a video, you will be notified, okay? That's number one. And hit the like button too. Hit like over there. See the like on your left side? Okay, and buy my book, Hidden Treasures in Secret Places. Look at all the instructions you have before we even get started. Okay, now, I want to tell you something that's really cool. The word says there may be tears at night, but joy will come in the morning. Now listen to that again. There may be tears at night, but joy will come in the morning. So you know, sometimes you're going through a hard thing, and I don't care what it is you're going through, the joy will come. It will come. And this is the main topic I want to talk about right now. Hey Google, volume down. Google was over there just singing away. He didn't even hear me call his name. Anyway, do you know what? Many times, like, are you going through something really tough right now? A lot of people are. There's a lot of deaths happening, and you know, there's just all kinds of things in the country that people have lost their jobs, and you know, it's crazy what's going on. But do you know what? I'm going to tell you something really good here. Sometimes the very worst things that happens to you brings about the very best thing that ever happens to you. Don't you like that? So when something really, really bad is going on in your life, remember there's probably something very good that's going to come out of that. And especially if you love the Lord. Because the word says, all things work together for good to he that believes and loves God and is called according to God's purpose for them. I probably quote that scripture more than anything else. You guys are probably sick of hearing it, but you need to hear it, and you need to believe it, and you need to hang on to it because it's true. All things. You know, if I look back on my life and I tell you what I think was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life, the very, very worst thing. It wasn't my dad being a chronic alcoholic. It wasn't even my mom dying. It wasn't the worst thing. The very worst thing that ever happened to me in my life was Bob Solis leaving me with 3 children and no child support. I tell you guys, I was so distraught over that. That was without a doubt the worst thing that ever happened to me. Because I still loved him too. And he ran out with another woman. I mean, that hurt to the quick. If you are a man or woman right now and your mate has left you like that, let me encourage you with something. It was years later down the road, but the very best thing that ever happened to me in my life, and of course my kids would have to be up there with this, and they came from Bob Solis too, which was the worst thing that ever happened. So, you know, with all that said, but the very best thing that ever happened to me in my life was marrying Phil Otterman when I was 59 years old. Now, that was the best thing, and it came out of the worst thing. If Bob wouldn't have left me, I wouldn't have been in a position to marry Phil. I would have missed out on that. If you will just take the time to stop and think about your life, and the bad things that have happened, and then the good things that came out of it, you'll probably find the same thing is happening in your life, or has happened, or is about to happen. Maybe it hasn't happened yet, but it's about to happen. So expect those bad things to turn into good things. And sometimes the worse they are, you guys, the better the outcome. You know, there's an old saying that says, don't trust people that have never been through the fire. In a way, I agree with that. You know, when you go through junk in your life, you are setting yourself up to be an amazing person. You know, God doesn't let us travel to this life. He says, in this life you will have sorrow. He says that very clearly. You will have it. But you know what? You will also have a lot of joy. He wishes above all things that you'd prosper, be in good health, and have joy. So look for the good to come out of all of those things that are happening right now. You know, like maybe you lose your job and you're like, oh, what am I gonna do? And then you get the best job you ever had, the best job you always wanted. And you couldn't have got the new job that you love if you wouldn't have lost the old job. You know, it's really amazing how the bad things in life usually bring the best things in life. Or your car breaks down and it's not fixable and you have to get a new car and you love your new car. You were sick of the old car anyway. I mean, it's like, just stop and notice, okay? Real important, because if you don't notice it, what the hey? I mean, you know, you want to notice it. Okay? How'd you like that? How'd you like them apples? I got some new subscribers this month and I'm really happy about that. I love to get new subscribers on YouTube. You know, I'm just clawing my way up. YouTube's a hard one, let me tell you. And I'm a 78-year-old YouTuber. Duh, I mean, what a bozo. But you know what? I'm getting there thanks to you guys. So subscribe and tell your friends about it and buy my book. Okay, that's all I have to say today. How do you like that? 7 minutes, right on the nose. That's good enough. All right, you guys, until next time. This is Velma Hagar bidding you a blessed day. Watch for the good that comes out of all that bad stuff. Bye.